Beautiful souls, and thank you so much for being here. Today, I wanted to talk with you about emotions because so many times in society they're labeled as good or bad, and many times the negative ones we're told to just get over quickly or, shove them aside or just kind of suppress them. And as you may know, you have to feel it to heal it. And the reason I'm bringing this up today is because yesterday with the full moon, I had a really rough day. And I know all of these tips and things that help, right? But it was still a really, really difficult day. I got hit with waves of grief and doubt and fear and uncertainty and sadness. And I woke up today feeling like, the sun was shining, the birds are chirping, I was full of hope again. And that's why I really wanted to come on here and share this is the old me would have just had yesterday send me into a spiral. I would have been overthinking and panicking and just overanalyzing and really gotten into my head and thought, I shouldn't be feeling these feelings. What is wrong with me? I'm going crazy. What is happening? But, today I know that, every single emotion that you have is valid and valuable. They are all messengers. They're all there to be acknowledged and integrated, right? Sometimes a burst of anger could help you set a boundary. Other times it is just sadness or grief that needs to be felt, and it's trapped in your body, physically trapped in your body, and it needs to be fully felt, right? So breathe through it, let it run its course through you, cry, sob, hit a pillow, scream, whatever, obviously don't hurt anyone else or yourself, but fully allow yourself to experience that emotion. And this is the key, without any judgment, without shaming or judging or criticizing yourself. Like, I shouldn't be feeling this, or I should be more spiritual, or I've already felt that. I thought I already dealt with that, or, I'm regressing. I should be above this. And you just never know why those emotions are coming up. Like I said, they could just be trapped in your body and they've not had a chance to come out. You could have volunteered to be processing collective grief and sadness. I know a lot of that yesterday was what was going on with me. And so by allowing yourself to fully feel these feelings, observe them without any judgment, let them pass through you, that is when you acknowledge them, observe them, acknowledge them, then you can integrate that part of yourself back into the wholeness of yourself, right? Because that's what we're here to do, right? That's how you grow spiritually and expand, is by not chopping off or rooting out the parts of you that you deem ugly or inferior or not enlightened, right? It's the exact opposite. It is integrating and loving every single part of you. So loving yourself anyway, right? Unconditional love is loving yourself without conditions, loving yourself even though you had an angry thought or a jealous thought, or you feel like a mess and you feel like you don't know what's going on, and whatever the case may be, just try to observe it without any judgment. You can certainly, with very compassionate curiosity, ask, why is this coming up? But again, just feel it and without any judgment. And you'll notice that over time, something magical happens, that you are changing. The old you that would have been hit by a wave of grief or emotion would have spiraled maybe for days or weeks or months. And now you notice that your rebound time is so much shorter, right? Like you're growing, you're expanding your capacity for love and compassion and wisdom. And remember that feeling things deeply, being very, very sensitive is not a weakness. It is, in fact, your superpower. Those of you that are able to full on face your emotions and transmute them, you hold the master key to raising your vibration. knowing this too shall pass. And I think that's the biggest key, is not being, not being completely knocked off, for days and weeks and months, right? And however long it takes you, right? It's practice. It all begins with awareness. It's acknowledging that you're feeling these feelings, and then don't judge yourself for them and let them pass through you. If you feel like you need to take some kind of aligned action, when you reflect upon that, then great. If not, know it came up to be acknowledged and loved, right? Love yourself anyway. Love yourself because of all of the, the shadows and the light are within you. And that is the key to you being able to raise your own vibration, not being at the whim of these emotions, right? Feel all of your emotions, but don't let them completely control you. Once they run their course through you, you'll feel so much lighter. Like I said, this morning I woke up, like the birds were chirping and the sun was shining, and I felt like the weight of the world had been lifted off my shoulders. Like, just the perspective was completely different. And I'm so grateful, right? I'm so grateful to be aware that, I'm not out of alignment if I'm feeling sadness or grief, right? Like, I'm allowing myself to feel what I need to feel, and I'm loving myself. That is unconditional love in action, is when you breathe through it, consciously aware of these uncomfortable feelings and loving yourself anyway, showing yourself love, showing yourself compassion, telling yourself you are okay, there's nothing wrong with you, you're not a bad person, you're not where you shouldn't be, right? That is unconditional love in action. So again, I just wanted to come on here today to share that, because it was a pretty intense day for me yesterday, and I'm sure a lot of you are feeling the same thing. So just please remember that there are no, wrong or bad emotions. Every single emotion that you're feeling is valuable and valid. So just breathe through it. You got this. And thank you so much for watching. And I hope you have a fantastic day. Thank you.